Dear viewers, I am Harshita. Today we are going to see another online workshop series of of evolution careers. Today the session would be all about emotion control. Well, what is emotion control? It's all about how well we can manage and control our emotions, or more precisely, our emotional reactions. It's about how we can learn to stay calm when handling some problems and reacting with just the right one that is required for the thing. There are people beyond your control. We all know about sledging in cricket. Sachin is the best example for controlling his emotion during sledging. Yes, Sachin Tendulkar answers to sledging with his bat. So people sledge against us in game of life. Do we handle it by controlled action or bursting emotion? Can we control what people think about you or say about you? No. Example, I have 7 up bottle and a water bottle. I shake the bottle for few seconds. Now I open both the bottle. 7 up bottle bursts out and makes the entire place around it dirty. What water bottle remains and retains its posture. So, viewers, what do we understand now? If we succumb to external factor, we spoil ourselves. If we remain calm and composed, we can handle things in a balanced way. It is a choice to be 7 up bottle or a water bottle. Now the choice is yours. Most of our mind is occupied with this only. Do we react or do we respond? An individual becomes great by his balanced behavior. If we are not ethical or moral, it's not possible to have a balanced behavior. We need to learn how to respond. For example, instead of asking the question why at times, we need to know how to deal with this. Be with an open mind to understand things better. We need to analyze ourselves, understand what makes us a balanced person, and follow it. A conscious person is more compassionate. Happiness is not possible without self discipline. Our perception of reality can change our reality, and through our words and actions, we can change the reality for others as well. Example, I have a glass filled with water. It's my choice to see the filled part and to be contented for the availability, or to see the empty part and feel dejected. If we choose to see sunshine, then that is what we will see. And we will not give the power to the dark clouds that looms to spoil the day. If I choose the first one, I'll be positive and I'll try to fill the balance part. If I choose the second choice, I'll be feeling negative and will actually lose the available part I have. We cannot discard a lower consciousness unless we have a higher consciousness. We cannot control our mind or mood and our emotions. So, what exactly we can do is we can replace it. Now, how we can do this is very simple. Our mind is a storehouse. Some emotions are already there out of our past experience. Just think of that incidents which is more of a productive emotion. For example, let's talk of the framework which is already mentioned here. 3 steps. The first step is see what you see. It means see what you saw, who was nearby you in those productive emotions. For example, just think of that day when you were feeling highly confident and have achieved something very big. That emotions, consider that as an emotional example and work this framework technique. Second point is hear what you heard, what people around you spoke. The third is feel what you felt that day, what emotions were there in your mind, your facial reactions. Now revive the memory of the most productive incident of your life. When you get the answer, your neural pathway will open automatically, it will open immediately. So now what we do is we need to tune them. Example, just take an example of an FM channel. FM channel runs in multiple places at a time. We have rights to select and tune the one we want according to our needs. So do not have experience, instead choose and create your own one. So step 1 is choose your memory, that is that particular emotion. Choose your choice of memory. So your choice of memory will develop a corresponding consciousness. Now this will determine how do you feel at that particular moment. Imagine if you can have the same consciousness of most productive peak performance always, then your growth would be 10x, that is 10 times always, and this will make you more productive. Usually an emotional intelligent person, improving your emotional intelligence is often about what do you do less or not more of. We move with various people who blame others, trapped with stress, anxiety, self-sabotage. Most of the people have high degree of emotional intelligence, but many are held back using EI by their bad habits. Now we need to understand that we need to eliminate them. The first is criticizing others. Critics is a vital skill, but too much of criticism, especially, can lead to narrow mindedness and blind. Laughing at someone's fashion sense tells you have a good taste, but at the same time, an emotionally intelligent person to such situation understand that this is a primitive defense mechanism and he or she can do something more productive. So always understand a helpful criticism is about making a world better, making the world better, and unhelpful criticism is all about making yourself feel better. So we need to choose what sort of criticism we need to spread across. Next is worrying about the future. Yes, there is always this. Now this is all about an uncertainty. Future, or worrying about the future, is there is always an uncertainty ahead. We need it, we know it. We need to take steps to reduce the uncertainty. Thinking about a problem doesn't mean you are thinking about it productively. Planning doesn't mean you will be better equipped to handle the hypotheticals. All worries gives a solution of certainty. At the end, it is not productive. An emotional, intelligent person knows life is uncertain and make productive plans to achieve their goal without living in denial or beating oneself down. The third is about ruminating on the past mistake. Yes, human they crave control. Person who has done enough mistake in past, they ruminate about the past. This gives them an illusion of control. Chronic ruminators constantly replay past mistake. Now this gives them a feeling of control. This feeling of control distracts from the feeling of helpless, whereas an emotionally controlled person accept the past for what it is, including the helpless feelings. They take actions in present instead of dwelling in the past. Do something useful now. Resist the temptation to replay the past. Don't give up the control of your future by controlling or pretending to control the past. Maintaining unrealistic expectation. It's our misguided attempt to control other people. You have, for example, you have high plans and expectations for you. A subtle control by, but a subtle might be a subtle control, but you have high plans for others too. Forgetting the other has their own high plans. What does it mean? We fix expectation of other people what they should do instead of understanding that when they don't stand, instead of understanding their individuality. When they don't stand up to that, what we feel is we feel dejected. So an emotionally controlled person follows certain techniques. One is stop criticizing others, stop worrying about the future, stop ruminating on the past, stop expecting too much of others. Now this way what happens is we come to a controlled round where we can control our emotions. The best way is we can control our emotions in a right way to the right person at a right time. It's very difficult, but when this happens, it will mean that you are completely an emotionally controlled person.